as you have chosen, instead of addressing the hearing, to simply attack me, consistent with the President's attacks, I do want to respond in this way. My colleagues may think it's okay that the Russians offered dirt on a Democratic candidate for president as part of what was described as the Russian government's effort to help the Trump campaign. You might think that's okay. My colleagues might think it's okay that when that was offered to the son of the president, who had a pivotal role in the campaign, that the president's son did not call the FBI. He did not adamantly refuse that foreign help. No, instead, that son said that he would love the help of the Russians. You might think it's okay that he took that meeting. You might think it's okay that Paul Manafort, the campaign chair, someone with great experience in running campaigns, also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that the president's son-in-law also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that they concealed it from the public. You might think it's okay that their only disappointment after that meeting was that the dirt they received on Hillary Clinton wasn't better. You might think that's okay. You might think it's okay that when it was discovered a year later that they lied about that meeting and said it was about adoptions. You might think it's okay that the president is reported to have helped dictate that lie. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that the campaign chairman of a presidential campaign would offer information about that campaign to a Russian oligarch in exchange for money or debt forgiveness. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that that campaign chairman offered polling data, campaign polling data to someone linked to Russian intelligence. I don't think that's okay. You might think it's okay that the president himself called on Russia to hack his opponent's emails if they were listening. You might think it's okay that later that day, in fact, the Russians attempted to hack a server affiliated with that campaign. I don't think that's okay. You might think that it's okay that the president's son-in-law sought to establish a secret back channel of communications with the Russians through a Russian diplomatic facility. I don't think that's okay. You might think it's okay that an associate of the president made direct contact with the GRU through Guccifer II and WikiLeaks and is considered a hostile intelligence agency. You might think that it's okay a senior campaign official was instructed to reach that associate and find out what that hostile intelligence agency had to say in terms of dirt on his opponent. You might think it's okay that the National Security Advisor designate secretly conferred with a Russian ambassador about undermining U.S. sanctions, and you might think it's okay he lied about it to the FBI. You might say that's all okay. You might say that's just what you need to do to win. But I don't think it's okay. I think it's immoral. I think it's unethical. I think it's unpatriotic. And yes, I think it's corrupt and evidence of collusion. Now, I have always said that the question of whether this amounts to proof of conspiracy was another matter. Whether the special counsel could prove beyond a reasonable doubt the proof of that crime would be up to the special counsel, and I would accept his decision, and I do. He's a good and honorable man, and he is a good prosecutor. But I do not think that conduct, criminal or not, is okay. And the day we do think that's okay is the day we will look back and say that is the day America lost its way.
This is House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff dumping cold water on the ongoing victory lap that Republicans are taking over the end of the Mueller probe. Because while they're doubling down on their own spin, the fact is that the report has not been released, and only the Attorney General, William Barr, has seen it. In other words, we're operating off of a 4-page summary written by a partisan official handpicked because of his opposition to the probe. And we've already found out that the actual report is over 300 pages long, meaning that while the administration has handpicked what they deem to be relevant, we haven't even come close to seeing the findings of a 2-year investigation that we, as taxpayers, paid for and are entitled to. But while Republicans celebrate the Mueller probe ending with comedy bits that even Dennis Miller would cringe at,
Hey, bro, I got the Schiff report. No, wait. You have the report? Well, holy cow, he's got the Schiff report. So, should we open it up? There's got to be proof of evidence in here, right? Evidence of collusion. So, here, let's. Wait a minute, man. There's nothing here.
I don't know. I guess that's it.
That's it. There's no proof. There's no proof.
there's really not a whole lot to celebrate. And I'm talking besides the 199 criminal counts, 37 entities charged, 7 guilty pleas, and 5 sentenced to prison, including guilty pleas from Trump's campaign chairman, foreign policy advisor, national security advisor, lawyer, and campaign aide. That's not an administration, by the way, that's a crime syndicate. It's a cell block. It's an entire work shift of license plates. But besides that, there's also the slew of shady dealings with Russia outlined by Schiff. If Mueller didn't recommend indictment, it's because the legal standard is that a crime would need to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's a gruelingly high standard to meet, but it doesn't change the fact that what we know about Trump Tower meetings and back channels to Russia and sharing polling data and communications with Russian hackers and promises to lift sanctions and a request by candidate Trump himself to Russia to hack his opponent's emails on national television, that all of that looks really, really bad for the president. So while Trump and the rest of the GOP might enjoy their victory lap over some false narrative, that doesn't actually change the dozens of red flags here or the fact that half of his campaign team will spend time behind bars. This is neither a win for Trump nor his party, and the fact that they view it as one speaks volumes.